All right, it's Monday, August 10th. We've got 5 games on the first 5 board here today. We're going to get through Boston, in fact, in Toronto, trying to shake off a series loss to the Athletics. You got Colorado limping into Phoenix after dropping 4 of their last 5. Philadelphia is in St. Louis, and it is hot there. Baltimore is in Minneapolis, and Milwaukee is closing the night in San Diego. Hey, it's Joe Raineri, WagerTalk.com. Let's dive into game 1 here tonight with the Red Sox at the Blue Jays in Boston, sending Sonny Gray into Toronto tonight. The market opened the Red Sox as a moderate first 5 favorite here, and that looks even better when you check the other dugout because the Blue Jays are countering with Jameson Taillon, who is been getting crushed since he's come off the IL. And Boston's lineup has been the best in baseball, as you guys know, against right-handed pitching over the last couple of weeks. Now, Sonny Gray, 2.78 ERA, and boy, that looks good, except the underlying numbers say he's been a little bit closer to a mid-threes pitcher. He's not missing a ton of bats this year, so the contact is playing a much bigger role than what that ERA is letting on to. Now, his last time out, 6 innings and no earned runs against the Chicago White Sox. Looks great on paper, but that White Sox lineup that he shut down had pretty much stopped hitting a week before he even got there. Now, Taillon, 5.96 ERA, well, that tells you pretty much everything you need to know. He's actually been worse than that, believe it or not. He's walking too many guys. The hitters are squaring him up. He came off the IL on July 20th, and ever since he's been back, I mean, the runs are coming in bunches here. 10.2 runs across about 12 innings in that window is what he is averaging. And Boston, the hitters are ready to take advantage of it. They've been smashing at the Red Sox over the last week, putting up better than 8 runs a game. Now, Toronto, they've been middle of the pack against righties over the last 7 days, and their overall production pretty much dried up, right around 4 a game over the last 7 days. And Boston opening minus 150, 155 in the first 5, and it hasn't moved a whole heck of a lot here. It's pretty much the same price for the full game as it is in the first 5, but you're paying for a starter whose ERA is doing him some favors here, guys. The Boston team total right now, 2.5 in the first 5. You can get it at plus money, and I think that is a pretty good place to start here tonight. All right, let's move on. Rockies at Diamondbacks, Colorado in Phoenix, and the market has spent most of the day pushing away from that. They opened up around plus 140 in the first 5. Now they're getting plus 155, and Colorado's lineup, believe it or not, has been one of the best in baseball against right-handed pitching over the last 2 weeks. Something in this equation is wrong then, because Arizona is sending Michael Soroka out to the mound, and his last Major League Baseball start was June 19th. That's 52 days ago. He's coming back from a left glute strain. He's got 1 minor league start since then. He pitched 4 innings, and that was it. His 3.07 ERA is about right on the season. I mean, he doesn't walk anybody. He certainly can miss enough bats, but he did get squared up a lot in the beginning of the season. But it's the workload that I care about here, not so much his arm, because Colorado on the other side has given the ball to Gabriel Hughes. He's got a 4.25 ERA, and that number, believe it or not, is selling him a bit short because he's been much closer to a mid-2s ERA pitcher. That's elite. He misses bats. He keeps the walks down. Now, he's only made 5 big league starts, but he pitches in Colorado. So the sample is still small, but I love what I have seen from him. His last line, I think, 5 earned and 5 1/3, reads a lot worse than the outing actually was. Don't read much into that. Colorado has scored at least on average 5 a game over the last 7 days, even though that they've lost 4 of their last 5. The record is ugly. Their bats aren't as ugly as their record is. Now, Arizona has been one of the weaker lineups against righties over the same 2-week stretch. and they've been averaging right around 4 runs a game. But they did just win a series against the Dodgers over the weekend, and they've been playing some great ball since the All-Star break. So the market is fading Colorado into the exact spot where Colorado's offense has had the edge. And Arizona's gone from minus 170 to minus 195 for a pitcher who hasn't thrown a big league inning since June. I'll take the half a run with Colorado through the first 5 at plus 105. All right, now before we get to a couple more games here, I do want to ask you to hit that like and subscribe button, become part of the WagerTalk TV family. We certainly appreciate you taking time to hang with us here. We got much going on here this week as we're getting ready for not only college football to start, the NFL preseason is here, NFL will be here. It is a beautiful time of year. So hit that like and hit that subscribe button, become part of the WagerTalk TV family. Now we're going to head to St. Louis, where the Phillies are coming to town. And this is a number that's worth a second look because Philly opened up minus 106 in the first 5. They immediately got a bet up to minus 120, making, of course, the first 5 price just a little bit steeper than the full game number. Now, the market is saying Philadelphia's edge is early, and that's with Andrew Painter on the mound and his 6.48 ERA. Now, that's a strange thing to believe because St. Louis is handing it to Hunter Dobbins, and he's been fantastic. 3.60 ERA, little bit prettier than he's actually pitched. He tends to maybe walk too many guys, and eventually it catches up with him. But he just went 6 1/3 and gave up 2 to the Yankees last time out. But we all know the Yankees, well, they're not hitting anybody over the last couple of months. But Painter and that nearly 6.5 ERA, I think, overstates it. He doesn't miss enough bats. He, too, walks too many guys. He's been up. He's been back down. Now he is back up. He still looks like a guy who's a 5 ERA starting pitcher to me. But Philadelphia has been one of the better lineups against right-handed pitching over the last 2 weeks. They're scoring more than 5 a game over the last 7 days. Bryce Harper, Bryson Stott really starting to swing it well again. And St. Louis, about the same range, middle of the pack against righties over the last couple of weeks. They, too, have been scoring on average about 5 a game over the last week. Both offenses are in pretty good shape. It'll be 94 degrees at first pitch. Busch Stadium is one of the more pitcher-friendly parks in Major League Baseball, but I'm not paying a steeper first 5 price than what the full game has to offer to watch Painter work. So if the market wants Philadelphia early, it's the bats that are doing it, and the bats are the part that I can bet without having to buy the pitcher here. 2 arms with real issues on a hot night in St. Louis. Even though it's Busch Stadium and it's run suppressive, there are some 5s available in some spots, so shop around. But I'm going to take the over 5 in the first 5 in that one there. All right, let's talk Orioles at the Twins here. Now, Baltimore and Minnesota opened up about a pick 'em in the first 5. Neither side has moved an awful lot, which is strange, especially since one team is running out a left-hander who's been better than his ERA, and the other team is running out a starter with a nearly 6 ERA who, since the return off the IL, has not been great. Now, Trevor Rogers going for Baltimore. He's got a 4.20 ERA, and boy, is that selling him short, guys. He has pitched way more like a mid-3s ERA type of arm. He keeps the walks down, which is most of the battle in the first 5 market to begin with. Last time out, 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, no walks against the Angels. And even I believe the 2 earned on the line weren't all his. But he has absolutely been money, especially in the first 5 market all year long. And his former teammate, Dean Kremer, is going, and his 5.93 ERA, who was a former Oriole until the trade deadline. But I'm sorry. He certainly does miss enough bats, Kremer, but I still see him north of 5 as far as an ERA goes. Now, he came back to start July. It's been rough ever since coming off the IL. I think he's giving up 6.5 over 30 innings, right? 6.5, yeah, about 6.6 runs on average over 30 innings since he has come back the beginning of July. His last outing, though, looked good. 5 innings and a run earned in KC, but he caught a lineup that, let's face it, they can't hit water if they fell out of a boat. Neither of these offenses, by the way, is scaring anybody right now. Baltimore has been below average against right-handers over the last few weeks. 3.5 runs a game they've been averaging. Minnesota also middle of the pack, especially against left-handers over the same 2 weeks. But they've scored only 3.5 on average over the last 7 days. Baltimore opened minus 124, 125 in the first 5. It's minus 125, minus 130 right now. This is a game where nobody is hitting, and I still get a reasonable price on the guy who has the best arm in the game, but it's priced like he isn't. To me, Baltimore, first 5 money line, minus 125. I'll take Rodgers all day long. All right, before we get to this final game here, Milwaukee and the Padres, I do want to let you know we have a 4% top play available right now over at my page at wagertalk.com, wt.buzz/JR. I also have a free play up and available for you guys. I would highly recommend you go check out this write-up and check out this play. That, too, is available at my page at wt.buzz/JR. All right, let's head to San Diego here, where the Padres, Padres are at home after a Sunday night baseball appearance taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. And Milwaukee opened up minus 120 in the first 5, and they got bet all the way up to the mid-130s, while the Padres drifted from about minus 105 to just about plus money at home. Now, San Diego's lineup has been one of the best against right-handed pitching over the last couple of weeks, and Milwaukee's bats haven't done really much of anything. The steam is moving one way here, and the number, to me, points in the other direction. Now, Milwaukee's got Logan Henderson, and you guys know I've talked about him before. I love Logan Henderson. He's got a 2.70 ERA, and it's honest. He misses a ton of bats. He doesn't walk a lot of guys. Hitters certainly can square him up. So, it's all about the same here. But on the other side, the newly acquired Casey Mize is going for the Padres. He's got a 3.40 ERA on the season. That sells him a little bit short because he doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. He misses plenty of bats. Now, he had a catastrophe of a game there. His first start against Arizona, 8 earned in 3 1/3. But some of that damage also happened after he handed the ball over. He hadn't pitched, I think, in 11 days because of the trade deadline, and they skipped a start. So it is not shocking that he didn't look good against Arizona. But he's back on track here. And Milwaukee's been around middle of the pack offensively against righties over the last couple of weeks. The production, not as good as it used to be. They still have won 4 of their last 5. So the steam says Milwaukee and the price. Well, the price says San Diego got cheaper all day, which is interesting. And I get it. Logan Henderson's good enough that I understand the move, but I'm still not laying minus 130 with a lineup that isn't hitting when the better offense, the number 1 offense, in fact, in the Padres over the last couple of weeks, is sitting at nearly a pick'em price. So if you can get plus money on the Padres in the first 5, great. If you can get a pick'em, even better. Either which way, I'm going to take the hotter lineup. Even though they were home last night and they played on Sunday Night Baseball, I don't think it matters here. I think Casey Mize is poised to have a big bounce-back effort at home in one of the better pitcher ballparks in Major League Baseball. I'll take the hotter San Diego Padres here on the money line in the first 5. And there you got it here, guys. That's it. We got first 5 looks for you here. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. Become part of the WagerTalk TV family. We certainly appreciate you taking the time to hang with us here. We will be back again tomorrow with another edition of First 5. Don't forget, visit my page, wt.buzz/JR. Take advantage of the free plays that I've got up there for you right now, not to mention my best bet here tonight that you can grab, a 4% best bet available at wt.buzz/JR. Enjoy the games. Monday, fun day. Come back and join us again tomorrow for another edition of First 5 here on WagerTalk TV.